in that situation, you think? Now, earlier today, the Jets fired Williams. So, Acho, what's your reaction to Gregg Williams being axed?
Gregg Williams got what Gregg Williams wanted. Marcellus, I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, but I've had time to think late, and I watched that play, and I was like, wow, great play by the Raiders. Then I watched it on replay and said, wait a second. The Jets ran an all-out blitz, up by 4, from the 46-yard line. They might have wanted to lose this game. I understand tank for Trevor, but I think that was taken to the fullest degree, and I think Gregg Williams realized this. Gregg Williams was a defensive coordinator for the 0-16 Browns just 2-3 years ago. He was on pace to be a defensive coordinator for the 0-16 Jets. So he said, you know what? I'm going to save myself. I'm getting up out of here. I'm going to self-sabotage. I'm going to run an all-out blitz from the 46-yard line. The only call in football that you can't make right there is an all-out blitz. You can literally pick a defensive call out of a hat, and it will be a better call than the call Gregg Williams made in that situation, and Gregg Williams made it. So for that reason, Gregg Williams got fired, but I'm starting to think, Sal, he wasn't trying to be there in the first place.
Interesting take there. He don't want to be the face of 2 0-16 teams as a defensive coordinator.
Can't do it.
I hear that, but there's something to this one that I don't think Acho has picked up on. I look at Gregg Williams being fired, and I say, well, that's maybe what he wanted to happen to him, but it's what's going to happen to all the rest of the coaches as well. They're going to clean house with this coaching staff. We already know that. So it doesn't matter who's first in terms of being fired because y'all are going to get fired. But Gregg Williams, I think, is getting a bad rap right now. Acho, with your viral breakdown of the play, has everyone saying, yeah, Gregg Williams, how in the hell you call that blitz right there? Makes no sense, except if you know football, because fortune favors the bold. And in this situation, you're talking about a team that was top 10 in the league. Oh,
not the idiotic.
No, this is not idiotic. I'm going to break this down. Top 10 in the league in blitz percentage and blitzes per game. Third down, 49% of the time they blitz. That's third highest in the league. So they're blitz happy. They're aggressive for no reason. Let's just say, Acho, one of your Vegas gambling analogies, they're sitting there and they got 12 and the dealer got a face card. And Gregg Williams sit there and say, split them. You're like, split them? Really? They got a face card going, you got 12. It sounds idiotic until he gets all that money. And at times, Gregg Williams has collected a lot of money off of these same calls. Let's break it down. What happened? We saw the play, touchdown, blah. 2 plays before. Let's go 2 drives before. 4th and 3. Jets had the ball, 1:42 left in the game. They called a blitz. Blitz 7 defenders. You remember this play? Derek Carr panicked, short-armed the ball, and that was the play where you were looking like, oh, my God, what happened? Ooh. Nothing. Incompletion. So it's getting Gregg Williams saying there, cool, next drive, they throw the ball, no pressure. And that was the play Nelson Aguilar was open behind 3 defenders. And he's sitting there, Gregg Williams like, damn it, he should have hit that ball. That should have been game over right there. So the next situation occurs. He's like, we had some fortune, and it was good when we blitzed them 2 drives ago. Let's do it again. That's all that happened, Acho. Simple as that. It worked for him before.
I'm not believing it. Fortune favors the bold, not the idiotic, Sal.
Well, I don't know. Well, he's unemployed right now, idiot or not. Oh, touchdown passes. The Browns have now won 4 straight, and at 9-3 have clinched their first winning season in 13 years. With the win over the Titans, Cleveland is currently the 5th seed in the AFC. Bucky is back, but Acho, are Baker Mayfield's Browns legit? Legit.
Yes, 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 and yes. I've been saying this one, big dog. It's time that you jump on the train and believe in the Browns. How can they not be legit? Well, they stop the run, they run the ball, and they got a quarterback that can win games. They've won 4 in a row. The only teams that are hotter, the Saints, the Chiefs, the Steelers. If this was, say, week 7, Marcellus, and the Browns had 3 losses, I'd be like, I don't know if they're legit or not. It's week 13, bro. If you 9-3 after week 13, you're legit, especially if you just beat a team that is legit. To be the best, you got to beat the best. To be legit, you got to beat that who is legit. Everybody knew the Titans were legit going into this game, so I don't understand how you could argue that Baker Mayfield and these Browns are not legit. One of the best pass rushers, if not the best pass rusher in the game. got the best running back tandem in the game, and now you got one of the top 2 offensive coaches in the game, and you got a quarterback that is confident. Say what you will about Baker Mayfield. One thing he has in excess is confidence. But here's how I'm going to do you, Marcellus. Can I get my full screen, please? Because I saw this and I said, oh, my God, is this real? Baker Mayfield, 21 touchdowns, 7 picks. His touchdown-interception ratio on the left side, it's better than Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Kyler Murray. But then let's talk about the touchdown percentage. What that is of the passes he throws, how many of those are touchdowns? Baker Mayfield is more likely to throw a touchdown on a pass play than Drew Brees, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger. So if Drew Brees and Baker Mayfield throw a pass, Baker's more likely to throw a touchdown. If Tom Brady and Baker throw a pass, Baker's more likely to throw a touchdown. So that means you got a quarterback that's throwing touchdowns and no turnovers. You got a running game that goes crazy. You got a coach that balls. You got a defense that balls. How can you not be legit? The Browns, incredibly legit. They're real threats.
Damn, you went at it. You were eating on that one. I'm going to save you some, Bucky, so I'm going to go quick through this. Hell nah, they're not legit. I mean, they're like that one-and-done team that you're all thinking about. Oh, they're going to get into the tourney and then that first game. Yeah, that's what's going to happen to them. They're the Houston Texans of last year, even though Houston should have lost that game to Buffalo, but Buffalo gave them the game. That's the only way I can see the Cleveland Browns making some noise in the playoffs. Somebody give them a game because they're not going to go out there and get it done. Why? Because Acho's getting a lot of confidence off this schedule, and they're 9-3. 9-3 with the 4th easiest schedule up to date. Oh, we only have 2 victories versus the winning teams yesterday and the Colts. So that's a lot of confidence. You're going to make it happen when you play the best of the best in the playoffs based off of your schedule so far. And going forward, you got the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Giants. Do something against those teams, then you would start to get my confidence. All of that said, I'm looking at a quarterback that's still too inconsistent, and I'm looking at a team that's going to be in a situation they haven't been in but once in the last 2 decades. So, no, I don't think that they're going to make some noise. They're going to get to the playoffs, and they're going to look good, and the uniform's going to show up, but I don't think those dudes are going to advance.
I'm actually going to go counter to Marcellus on this one. I actually like the Browns.
Oh.
I like the Browns because of the way that they are constructed. This is a team that's constructed for the long haul. They're built well in the trenches. The offensive line and defensive line are legit. They have 2 tremendous running backs in Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Those guys are able to control it. That's why they have a top 5 rushing attack. They have enough playmakers on the outside. David Njoku, Austin Hooper, Jarvis Landry, where they're able to make plays. They had a young guy show up in Donovan Peoples-Jones. And then their quarterback, when managed effectively, he can run out and make plays. Now, they can get into the tournament, but how far they go into the tournament, that rests on the shoulders of number 6, Baker Mayfield. I still believe, in spite of the game that he had, which was the best game of his career, it was a career game on Sunday. Career game. He's never played to that level. But as long as they're able to keep the game in line, run the ball, play good defense, Kevin Stefanski dial it up for his quarterback to have these easy throws, absolutely, the Cleveland Browns can create problems. But ultimately, how far they go is going to be determined by the way that Baker Mayfield plays down the stretch.
No, playoff football is plan B football. We know what you do well, which is run the football. What are you going to do in plan B? That means throw the football. They don't have it. Baker Mayfield in the 12 games